this is Barbara Reiss reporting for Totally East Brunswick. We're very fortunate to be here today with 4 special guests who are going to tell us about how moms who are new to East Brunswick or new moms who have babies, a whole range of services that East Brunswick provides for children. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to start with Gina. She's the current president of the Moms Club chapter here in East Brunswick. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what your chapter offers to new moms as well as moms of older children.
Well, the Moms Club stands for Moms Offering Mom Support, and it's a local chapter of a national organization that was started in California. And basically, it's a group that gets together once a month for meetings at the library. Actually, this meeting's coming up on April 7th, and it's open to everyone. And we do play groups once a week. We do events like pumpkin picking during the fall. We have a spring fling coming up soon. And just different things where the moms can support each other and then also basically build in play dates for the younger kids.
Mm-hmm. And Miriah, you're a former president of the Moms Club chapter.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit, I understand you have a playgroups option for the moms and the kids where they get to know each other better.
Yes, every new member, based on the age of the children, they are put into playgroups. And it's just a nice way to meet other moms on a smaller scale. It's usually only about 5 moms in each playgroup. And so it's just on a smaller scale. The moms can, bounce ideas off each other, and the children have a play date, and they usually do it in people's houses, or as the weather gets nicer, we meet at parks, the library sometimes. So it's just a nice way for moms to kind of meet each other on a smaller scale.
Now, you provided me a nice segue here. I understand you do programs in partnership with the library, and Carol Phillips, the youth service manager, is here today. Thank you for coming.
And it's nice to be here. It's been nice because this past year we've started a direct partnership with the Moms Club. So their monthly meetings do take place in the youth services programming room. And we find it's nice. We're happy to be able to tell other new moms in the community about such a welcoming group, and they are able to meet here, usually have a speaker each month. Mm-hmm. So it's just a nice partnership for both of us.
The library, the Youth Services Division, is well known for all the wonderful programs they provide children. Mm-hmm. For someone who's new to the community and wants to come to the library, what are some of the programs that they can try out with their kids?
Well, we start with our programming from birth, actually, from the children from the time they're born and through teenage years. But for the babies, the children under 2, we have a nursery rhyme program that goes on once a week. We do change the days of the program because we know people have other commitments of what goes on, so it's never consistently always on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. And we try to alternate the dates to make it more comfortable for people to come and more accessible. But it's just really nice to provide any programming, such as our partnership with the Moms Club too, just because moms need to meet other moms. So it's nice to have the young programming. And of course, we emphasize many early literacy skills at the library, and we go through the talking, singing, reading, writing, playing skills that we think are so important. So that begins with our nursery rhyme program, goes on with our more traditional programs like our story times for young children. We also involve the young children even in our reading clubs. We do a lot of traditional things, but we also have some other new things that we do, or different programs. Now we have a science program even for preschoolers. We do our STEM tots once a month. We also have that for the school-age children too. But this morning, for instance, we have a Duplo program. Our Lego engineering program had been so popular with the older children, and those little Legos can be eaten by young children. So we started a Duplo program too. So we have a number of things like that go on. So it's nice to be able to welcome parents and also show them that they have opportunities to meet other parents. And that's one thing that the Moms Club is so good about. Sometimes as a mom, and I have 5 children of my own, I know sometimes you just simply feel so isolated. So it's great that the community is able to offer so much for people so they can feel like a part of something and feel like they're not in it alone.
That's excellent. And Mike Reissner, the Director of Recreation, Parks, and Community Services, welcome to you.
Good to see you.
And you're always having fun stuff going on. You know, you have Crystal Springs available. Parks, the parks are amazing. Let's start with first of all the parks. You know, kids from other areas may not be familiar with the wonderful park system that we have here.
Yeah, we have about 17 parks within East Brunswick Township, which is a lot for most municipalities within the 24 square miles of our town. And there's a good variety of, within each park, a lot of different playground elements, tennis courts, lakefront trails, playing fields and playing courts. So, you know, some of the most popular seem to be Great Oak Park and Bicentennial Park with a lot of the new parents in town that offer a nice environment to get out of the house, if you will, and use the playground or just sit on a bench and have the kids outside. So there's a nice variety of park system within our town, which you know, I encourage residents to get out and investigate.
Mm-hmm. And also, my kids have taken some of the wonderful courses that you have for them, both during for preschoolers as well as for kids who are school age. Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about some of the offerings.
Yeah, we do offer some limited instructional programs for younger kids and for kids to graduate and they get older. Some Mom and Me classes we do offer. And then we offer some gymnastics programs or tumbling programs, keyboards or music classes, early art classes. And it's a nice way to get kids introduced to being with other children. Mm-hmm. And you know, we have some really great instructors who've been with us for quite a long time, and they love what they do and they're good at what they do. And they're nice to offer the community. When kids do get older, into the high school age, we do actually have a youth council program for kids in grades 9 through 12. And basically it's a social recreational program. And we also offer community service opportunities for the kids as well, to get out into the community and give back, if you will. Right now we have close to about 600 members in the Youth Council program, which runs September through May throughout every year.
Oh, that's pretty impressive. And in fact, I've seen them at many events, and they really make a big difference.
They do, yeah.
They do. So now tell us, you yourself, Gina and Miriah, you were telling me before that when you came to East Brunswick, it was kind of new for you too, coming in. Tell us a little bit, Gina, about your experience and how the Moms Club helped you acclimate to the community.
Actually, I was just thinking when Carol was speaking, it was from the library. I grew up in Sandy Hook, New Jersey, so nowhere around here, about an hour away, and my family's from there. But my husband and I moved here, and so I didn't know anyone, and then we had a baby, and I still didn't know anyone. So I started going to the library for story time, and that's how I found out about the Moms Club. And so I inquired about it. I'm typically a very shy person, so I was like, I don't know. But I went to the first meeting, and actually was our Halloween meeting. I don't know if you remember, but. And it was great. Like, all the kids were in costume. It was like this big party, and the moms were so nice. Like, I couldn't get over how welcoming everyone was. So I joined right away, and actually 3 other girls joined at the same time as me, and so we all wound up being close. And it was really good. I was so happy I did it, and I wound up, the mom that had recruited me in, she wound up moving back to Minnesota. So I wound up taking her place on the e-board, and once I got into that, I was like so in. It was great. So I'm glad I did it.
There.
It did.
And Miriah, tell us about your experience.
I have a similar experience. I grew up on Long Island, so when I moved here, I had a 6-month-old and didn't know one person in town. And it was the same thing. I started going to the story times for the babies, and saw a flyer for the Moms Club. They were still having meetings here, and just went to the first meeting, and the same thing. I just felt very welcomed from walking through the door, and lots of friendly faces, and lots of people in the same position as me with their first baby. You learn as you go, and it's great to have other moms to talk to and ask questions, and kind of do things like that. So from there on, I did the same thing. I joined right away and started going to the events and stepped right into the executive board position. And I was on for 3 years and just wanted to continually give back to something that gave so much to me. And I've made some really good friends and feel like a part of the community now. So
and the support alone is worth it. Just having someone, when you're a first-time mom and you have no idea what you're doing, to have another mom that's just been through it, like maybe 2 months before, it's like, oh, the teething will end soon. Just having that kind of support was totally worth it.
And you have guest speakers that talk on different topics that are of interest to moms of kids of all ages, I understand.
Yeah, every month we have someone come. Actually, Carol's helped us out with that, having someone come from the carrier clinic, things like the carrier clinic, talking about postpartum depression and how to deal with things like that, all the way to Gymboree coming or Reiki masters coming to talk about massages. So we sort of run the gamut. Anything that would be interesting for a mom, nutrition, anything like that. They're very interesting. I like them. They help a lot.
So it's not only social, but it's informational as well.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
So Mike, it's summer's coming, and people start thinking about outdoors and camp and pool. So maybe you could give us a little heads up on all the exciting things going to happen at the township with Crystal Springs and camp.
Yeah, spring summer is typically our busier season. We run for over 50 years a summer camp program for kids going into kindergarten through 9th grade, and we offer half-day programs from 9 to 1, and we also offer a full-day program that's more geared toward the working parent. And those have been very popular throughout the years. We operate them through the different public schools in town, and we do a lot of great trips for the kids. We bring them seemingly all over the state, and it's become a very popular program and a good mainstay in town. It's also an accredited program by the American Camping Association. It's the only municipal recreation program, day camp program that has that distinction within the tri-state area, which we're very proud of. So it runs through late June into mid-August this year, and we're currently doing registrations right now. Also opening Memorial Day weekend will be the Crystal Springs Family Aquatic Center, which is a large aquatic park located on Dunham's Corner Road, and that operates through Labor Day. And it's a great place for young families. It's really geared, in my opinion, towards young families. And we're taking memberships right now for East Brunswick residents and non-residents alike to come into the facility and enjoy it throughout the summer.
Now you have different pools for different age groups, right? So if let's say I'm bringing my kid in their beginner swimmer, they don't have to be in a very deep pool.
Yes, we have a kiddie pool that we call it, and it's basically a wading pool with a little slide and a mushroom on top, which the kids get a kick out of. We also have a zero entry family pool with a lot of bubblers, and a lot of parents like to bring their lounge chair and just sit into the water and hang out with their kids. We also have a Sapphire Bay, which is basically a family swimming area with a shallow end and a deep end. We have 2 slides, a slide pool, and also an activity pool with different activities for some of the older kids, like a log walk or a lily pad walk. And the more popular with the parents is our lazy river. They can just plop in a tube and read a book and float around and let the day go by. So it's really a nice opportunity for people in East Brunswick to take advantage of.
Mm-hmm. And you also have a swim team, is that correct, at Crystal Springs?
Yeah, at Crystal Springs there's a lot of different offerings through the facility itself. We offer swim lessons to residents and non-residents alike through a cooperative effort with the Raritan Valley YMCA. We also have the Sandpiper swim team for ages 18 and under for kids who want to start learning about competitive swim. It's a great summer program. Typically we get about 90 kids involved in that particular endeavor, which goes throughout the summer as well. This year we're also actually adding a water aerobics fitness aquasize program at the facility as well. That'll be running on Mondays and Thursdays. So we're definitely trying to integrate some more active programming within the facility itself. So it's going to be an exciting summer for us.
Sounds like a lot going on.
And we're so lucky at the library to be able to partner with groups like the Moms Club and also the Recreation Department. And what we already have planned for the summer is our reading club, a special day for reading club members. So even if children aren't necessarily members of Crystal Springs, we will have a date. We're happy to work with Recreation to set up a time when they can come. As long as they're a reading club member, then they'll be able to go to Crystal Springs too. So we're so lucky to have partnerships like that and groups, ways we can work together that benefit the residents of our community.
I think what's nice too is that we're able to, because of all these programs and facilities that we operate, typically we'll hire up to 500 part-time seasonal employees for each summer, and the majority of those kids are from East Brunswick, so it's kind of a nice summer opportunity for the kids when they get older to be able to have a summer job within town. And typically we take kids 15 years and older to start working with us, so it's a nice youth development I guess by accident, if you will, to see the kids, some of them take our programs or become campers into camp counselors, or vice versa, coming from Crystal Springs into becoming a lifeguard. So it's a nice opportunity for the youth in our town as well, I believe.
Well, it's I guess an experience from birth on, and then they develop in that program. So for the library, I know my kids have enjoyed so many different programs there, and the reading programs and the craft programs. Are there any particular programs coming up in the next few months that kids may enjoy to participate in?
Well, certainly I would encourage people to go to our website, which is www.ebpl.org/kids, and find out all the current activities and the things that are going on. Also, if people want to friend us on Facebook, it's EBPL Youth Services. It's another way that people will find out what we do have going. We will, on the break week, the time when kids are off from school between Passover and Easter, we will have a performer then. We have a practice SAT test for students that need that, since we deal, from birth to the teenage years. There's so many things going on. I would just encourage people to look at the website to see what's there. But one thing I wanted to mention, Mike had talked about the Youth Council, which is a great group in East Brunswick. There are other volunteer opportunities as your children get older and need those things. There's many things available through the library too, and I wanted to mention a few. We have our Reading and Math Buddies program, which is a very, very popular program. In this program, we match teen volunteers with younger students, grades 1st to 5th grade, who may be struggling in either reading or math. So it's a great opportunity for the teens to work with a younger student. That can be really good to develop their self-confidence. And it's also great for the younger students who may need some help and have a teen that's just looking out for them. We have our Geek League, which is another teen opportunity where our teen geeks will help any person who needs help. Usually it's adults that seem to need help with setting up their computers, or, getting their iPads ready, or, whatever it is. So we have opportunities like that too. The library continually tries to evaluate what we do and work with groups such as both the groups represented here to decide what we can do better for the residents of our community. But there's one database that I realized I did not tell the Moms Club about that we just subscribed to very recently, and it's something that new moms might be interested, and that's the LACT Med database, and it is available from our Just for the Health of It website. And that is when you need to know what the interactions might be with medication if you're nursing. And it's really nice to have, access to a tool like that. I mean, we ask our doctors, but it's nice to be able to do a little hunting around yourself too. So I'll make sure I bring that up at the next meeting. But there's so many things going on. It's exciting to live in this town.
In fact, I think a lot of people don't realize the amount of opportunities, the number of opportunities that exist. In fact, even at the library, baking and books and a chess club and so many different, so many different things. So definitely checking out the website is a definite important. And in fact, there is that teen lounge for when they do get older. That opportunity. Maybe you want to tell us a little bit about the teen lounge.
Well, our teen space is a highly coveted area in the building. It was established more than 5 years ago, and it is dedicated to teens, and it is reserved for teens. And so kids like to turn 13 so that they can use the area. It's 13 to 19. There are 10 computers available. There's booth seating, which is very popular. You know, other comfortable seating and all. So that's why we tell the children that it's okay when they turn teenagers, because they'll have a special place just for themselves. You know, we have teen programs too. You know, it's nice, just as recreation does. It's nice to be able to provide things for the entire community.
Now, I understand you have the Moms Club has a Facebook page as well.
Yeah, it's you could find us on Facebook it's under East Brunswick Area Moms Club. So, and then we usually will post the monthly meetings on there, the stuff that's open to sort of the public before you become a member, and sometimes our meetups, some things at the parks will be on there. And our spring fling, which is coming up, they can contact us about that as well.
And membership, how much does that cost per year?
So it's $30 a year, which mostly goes towards, we have dues that go to nationals, and it goes towards the space we use and the parties we throw during the year, and then a lot of it actually goes to charity as well.
You're a nonprofit.
We're a nonprofit organization, so yeah, it all has to go out to help others, and yeah.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing that you're doing. And tell us a little bit about you. You have a website or Facebook page, Mike, that folks can look at? Yeah,
the township operates a website at eastbrunswick.org, and within that is East Brunswick Recreation and Parks' page. There's a lot of information on there that we keep up to date. We're also hooked into Facebook and Twitter, and all that good stuff, the social media, which it's a big help in getting the word out as to what we're doing. There's also some great information on a lot of the volunteer private organizations that we work with on a daily basis, mostly sports leagues. There's a ton of great volunteer organizations that are out there, baseball and basketball, wrestling, and lacrosse, all of which offer some great programs all over our local fields and parks. So I encourage people to tap into their offerings as well, because they start kids at a young age now as well. And we also have a lot of upcoming outdoor summer concerts for families and kids and adults. So all that information is located at eastbrunswick.org.
Now also there's the Daisy Rec program, so I wouldn't want to miss out on exposing people to that. Tell us a little bit about how they help kids with special needs. Yeah, Daisy Recreation Program is a program that's been within a mainstay in the township since, I believe, 1969. It is a wonderful program, again, one of the only municipalities that I'm aware of that offers such a detailed program for kids with special needs. And we'll take kids anywhere between the ages of 2 years old and all the way up through 30, to be quite honest with you. And we offer programs throughout the year, Saturdays, Tuesday bowlings, and Thursday social programs, as well as a Friday night adult social program as well. And in summer we do a really great 6-week program for the kids who go to Daisy. And it's just a fantastic program that the township has been offering for many, many years. Well, I think of it, we also have a summer theater program that's been going on for about 55 years within the town. It's still going strong. We'll get about 100, 130 kids to come out and do a 6-week program. And they practice Monday through Thursday, and every Friday they provide a show for the community to come and look and check out. It's quite often it's funny, and as well as talent. You do see some talent, but
local talent.
Yeah, the local talent. But so there's a ton going on through our department in the community. I definitely encourage people to check out our website. And the campers from the township camp go to see some of these plays as well, right? They do, yes. The township camp goes to see, as well as Daisy also goes as well to every Friday. So it's a nice little gathering on Friday mornings over at the high school.
And we're happy to partner with Daisy also, and we go to Daisy and tell stories. As a matter of fact, we're doing it tomorrow. So it's a nice group to work with. And I would like to give everyone a sneak preview, though, because summer is coming up, and it will be Have Book Will Travel. So this summer, we will involve not only the preschool children and the children, the school-age children and the teenagers, we will also have an adult portion of the reading club. And we will have exciting prizes, and we all read, so we might as well get credit for it.
And that's true. You offer a lot of reading incentives and programs that get the kids excited about reading. I remember even before they were in school, they wanted to be in your book club, and they couldn't even read yet, and they were starting to read.
You can read to them.
That's
okay
right.
with us.
And that was the
That's
question
okay.
they always had.
Yes.
Can we be
Yes.
read
No,
to?
no,
Will
you
it
can.
count?
Absolutely. It all
Will it
counts.
count?
It all counts. And think, Have Book Will Travel. So
That's wonderful.
we'll have fun.
That's wonderful. So there's really a wide array of opportunities. If just the person has to get out of the house and take that first step. And also your magazine is online, correct? The Rec magazine?
Yes, we do. We have a publication that we offer biannually, a spring, summer edition, as well as a fall, winter edition. It kind of brings everything together for us. So that's also available online as well, and available for pickup at the library and in our office on Dunham's Corner Road. So another great source of information for moms or dads or families looking for things to do in town.
Absolutely. So they could look in one booklet and see, or online and see all the different offerings. And in fact, the different organizations, including the Moms Club, are listed in the back of that book. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been an educational experience for me as well. And I thank you for your coming here today. And this is Barbara Reiss reporting for Totally East Brunswick. We hope you enjoyed this program, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.